All right, welcome back. And I've been making videos every day now for the last couple of weeks. And today I wanted to share a story, also a lesson about small business ownership, private practice. If you're in private practice, you'll find this really helpful. If you're a small business owner, I think you'll find this helpful as well. I also mentioned making videos every day because I realize I've taken the weekends off and some holidays. But other than that, there's been a video every day, and I think you can expect more of that. But let's hop into the story. Let's just start with that today. So it was this morning before work, and I was at the gym, and I don't usually check my emails at the gym, but today I decided to check my email. I check it out, and I get 2 emails from Google My Business. This is usually dreaded, right? You don't usually get an email from Google My Business, I guess, unless there's something wrong. You do get an email if you get a review, but this was not a review email. This was like from I don't know if there's people there. Whoever runs Google My Business, the people that operate that, I got an email from them, all right? Anyway, it was 2 emails back to back. The first one said, your business profile has temporarily been disabled. And then the second one, it said, you've been temporarily listed as closed. That doesn't sound good because my business is not closed. And then the second one said that your profile, your Google My Business profile, has been disabled. Right? I have no idea why. The Google My Business profile has been up for a little while now, for several months. I've done everything correctly. I make sure I follow all the rules. I have a place where I can see clients in person. So nothing should be wrong, but I get these 2 emails. My initial reaction is to run home to fix the error. But I reminded myself that this is not urgent at the moment. I don't need to leave the gym or what I'm doing to fix this. So I really tried my best to prioritize, not freak out, and I was able to finish what I needed to do. And then this morning I decided, okay, after seeing clients, I'll address this. And so I log into Google My Business. I don't know if you've ever had this happen to you, but they are very vague about what the problem was. But anyway, for me, they said that my business didn't exist. No one's ever called me from Google My Business. My business does exist. There's a location. There's people that work there. Like, it's a real business. I don't know what the issue was, but they give you an option to appeal it. Now, when you appeal it, there's not much else you can do. You basically push the button that says appeal. You can upload some documents if you want, but I didn't really have I didn't do that. I just pushed appeal, figuring there would be a form for me to explain myself, and there was none. I just pushed appeal. That was it. And I waited, right? And what I'm thinking as this thing is being appealed is, number one, this is not the best time for this to happen. This is January. A lot of people are looking for therapists in this time. I would really like my practice to be findable. I don't know if that's a word. Searchable, right? I want people to know that my practice exists because this is a busy time for therapists, right? And again, a lot of people are seeking therapy this start of the new year, that kind of thing. And to have my Google My Business profile disabled, not going to be very helpful. So I was thinking about that, and how that's not very good. That's not great. And then I was thinking, I've put a lot of work into this Google My Business profile, right? I worked on it. I made sure the wording is right. And I don't want all that hard work to go to waste. And then third, I was also thinking, and this was a more positive thought, I was glad that not all my eggs were in one basket. I just thought, if Google My Business doesn't work for me, or for whatever reason I can't get this working again, then, I have other forms of marketing as well, right? I have ZocDoc, Alma, Psychology Today, and word of mouth, of course. Now, that being said, I'm trying to think if I should I give you the life lesson? This is not a life lesson. Should I do the small business lesson first and then follow up with the outcome? Yeah, let's do that. Let me leave you hanging a little bit. I do have the answer. I found out already about my Google My Business profile. But the lesson for today is just what I said. It's to not put all your eggs in one basket. Now, the example I'm using today is marketing, right? So Google My Business is how people can find you. If you're a small business, you can you can create a My Business profile for free. And of course, when nowadays people search for a business, they look you up on Google, Yelp, all that kind of stuff. So to be on Google My Business is going to be helpful, especially when people search whatever you do, right? So I'm a therapist, therapy near me, right? Then my Google My Business pops up. So this is what we're talking about today is marketing. And the point here is that you want multiple sources of marketing, right? So I have Google My Business, right? But I also have the other ones I mentioned as well, Psychology Today, ZocDoc. And number one, the reason for that is because the more places you're listed, the more business you get. But number two is if one doesn't work, one fails, one goes under, one, for whatever reason, isn't working, you have other places where you're also being marketed. This is safe to do. This is important to do. And you want to do this outside of the realm of marketing as well. So, for example, I'm trying to think of another good example where you want to have, because it's not everything either, right? You're not going to be signed up for 10 different EHRs in case one doesn't work. You usually pick one EHR, right? Same thing with a website. You might have, well, you're going to host one website. You're not going to have like 10 websites in case one shuts down. I think marketing is the clearest example. But I guess you do, here's another good example. When you do telehealth, right? If you only have access to Zoom and then Zoom stops working, what are you going to do, right? You want to be able to use maybe if you use Simple Practice, you can use their telehealth platform. If you use Jane, that's another EHR, maybe you can use theirs. But to have multiple backups for your telehealth sessions, this is a good idea, right? You don't want all your eggs in one basket there because if one fails, you want another to back it up. And then I guess bigger picture, you do want to think about, not having your entire business or practice hinged on one thing. You always want to think about what happens, if this doesn't work, right? So, I mean, let's just use the EHR, for example. Let's just imagine the EHR you use, it shuts down, the business fails, it goes under. Are you able to back it up and move to another EHR easily, right? So you want to be able to be flexible in that regard. I think, again, marketing is the clearest example of this. But that's my lesson for you today. Don't put all your eggs in one basket when it comes to your business. I hope that's helpful for you. Something I was really thankful for today was the fact that I have these other sources. But now, let me just give you the outcome. What do you think? Did my Google My Business get disabled? Does it stay that way? Or did it get reinstated? Now remember, all I did was push appeal. That's it. I'll let you think about it for a second. It got approved. So a couple hours later, I got an email that says my Google My Business is back up and running. And that's how it should be, right? I have a legitimate business. Everything was right. I followed the rules. So the appeal worked and was successful. I'm really thankful for that. And I guess the other mini lesson here is don't panic. Go through the motion, go through the steps when something goes wrong, whether it be something like this, or maybe it's a denied claim or something else. But don't panic until you have to. I could have panicked at the gym, and that would have been for no reason, right? So go through the process, gather information about problems as they arise, and then use the information and move from there. That's it. That's all I wanted to share with you today. I hope you found this video helpful. Again, we're moving to this kind of raw format. These videos aren't so curated anymore, not a ton of edits. If you are interested in learning more about private practice and you want to have access to the consultation group that I run, where I respond to everything directly, I post other webinars on there. Feel free to join that. The information for that consultation group is down below in the description. Other than that, though, have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video tomorrow.